This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' leading and longest-running weekly TV and online magazine dedicated to motoring news and features. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here's a sneak peek at this week's exciting features.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the new LTO bike lane rules. Our road safety reminder in the Young Street Smarts portion centers on following a traffic enforcer's signal in an intersection. This week's Pine Super shall be about the importance of respecting pedestrians. Showcase this week shall have a mid-size SUV from Isuzu, the MU-X LSE 4x4 AT. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2025 Race Motorsports Club's National Slalom Series, Leg 7.
This week's edition of Motoring Today brings you all this, plus the latest updates in transportation, traffic management, and advances in the automotive industry.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Let's dive into the latest news and updates about transportation and traffic management in the country. A dangerous form of customization, the use of blinding, illegal rear-facing lights has become a major hazard on our roads. These lights intentionally blind following drivers and must be stopped. The LTO has taken action against one vehicle owner for this violation.
A 90-day license suspension has been imposed on the driver of a Toyota Land Cruiser after a viral social media post showed the use of a blinding rear-mounted light bar. This light is considered obstructive and dangerous to the visibility of other motorists. In response to the directive of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to keep roads safe, the LTO issued a show-cause order. The registered owner and the driver have been summoned, and they may face charges for reckless driving, operating with unauthorized accessories, and improper person to operate a motor vehicle. Acting Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez warned that the DOTR and LTO will not stop apprehending abusive drivers and reminded everyone to always be disciplined and follow traffic laws.
The LTO's decisive action against the owner of the illegal rear-facing bright light is commendable, but the LTO must commit to consistent, strict enforcement of all regulations on aftermarket lights to ensure the safety and order of our roads. Meanwhile, by now, public consultations on the major fare increase petition for public utility vehicles should have wrapped up. This can spell good news for PUV operators seeking sustainability, but bad news for commuters.
The LTFRB has ordered a nationwide public consultation concerning petitions for fare increase from various transport groups, including public utility buses, public utility jeepneys, and taxis. This is in accordance with the orders of DOTR Acting Secretary Giovanni Z. Lopez and President Marcos Jr. to be responsive to all stakeholders. At the LTFRB Central Office in Quezon City, the public consultation was held on November 10. According to LTFRB Chairperson Attorney Vigor D. Mendoza II, they need to hear the side of everyone who will be affected by any fare increase, especially since the price of fuel and spare parts has been continuously rising. Chairperson Mendoza instructed all regional directors to submit the results and recommendations of their consultations before November 14, and they aim to submit the final recommendation to the DOTR Secretary before November 17.
The LTFRB is under pressure to deliver fast, fair results. We'll be watching closely for their final recommendation. Continuing, electric vehicles are evolving fast, and so should the rules. The Department of Energy has just updated its EV guidebook, bringing the official count of electric vehicle types up to 6.
The Department of Energy has increased the number of electric vehicle or EV classifications from 4 to 6, accommodating the diverse range of electric mobility options available today. These include battery electric vehicles or BEVs, electric vehicles powered exclusively by traction battery, hybrid electric vehicles or HEVs, which utilize both a rechargeable battery and conventional fuel, resulting in some tailpipe emissions, Light electric vehicles, or LEVs, which include electric scooters and bicycles, weighing less than 50 kilograms. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, or PHEVs, which can be externally charged but still emit pollutants through the tailpipe. Range extender electric vehicles, or REEVs, which are HEVs mainly driven by an electric motor but with a gasoline or diesel engine used solely for charging the battery. Fuel cell electric vehicles, or FCEVs, which are emission-free vehicles that generate power through a fuel cell. The updates are formalized in DOE Department Circular number DC 2025-09-0015, which revises earlier guidelines to incorporate the latest technological advancements and operational practices. Energy Secretary Sharon Garin said this update is a crucial step toward creating a structured and accessible electric vehicle market in the Philippines. This will also facilitate the greater adoption of electric vehicles while improving transparency and reducing administrative burdens throughout the recognition process, she added. Additionally, the guidelines redefine the recognition process for EVs by introducing clear provisions that permit manufacturers, importers, and assemblers to notify authorities about discontinuations.
It's a win for clarity and green tech. This move helps ensure that as new EVs hit the market, they fit clearly into our legal framework for regulating their use. And finally, Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez had a furious inspection tour, calling out the private operators over filthy and neglected facilities at the Baclaran station.
DOTR Acting Secretary Giovanni Lopez personally inspected the LRT-1 Baclaran station and was displeased with what he saw. Lopez found the facilities dirty and neglected, making them uncomfortable for passengers, especially senior citizens and persons with disabilities. He questioned the station manager about the lack of cleaning personnel after seeing a PWD struggling on the slippery floor. The slow construction of a passageway, which started back in March, was also questioned. He also discovered that the restrooms have been without water supply for 4 years, forcing passengers to use water from a pail. He directed the private operator of LRT-1, the Light Rail Manila Corporation, or LRMC, to finish all renovations and fix the facilities before the end of the year.
This should be a non-negotiable deadline. The LRMC has until the end of the year to fix the mess. Secretary Lopez is promising continuous monitoring. Commuters deserve better than a 4-year-old toilet problem. The latest developments for transportation and traffic management are certainly significant. Up next, Motoring Forum takes a deeper look into one noteworthy issue that should affect motorists and motoring. If you've been on Metro Manila's roads these days, you know the landscape is changing. Active transport is booming, and with that growth comes a critical need for ironclad regulations and perhaps a paradigm shift in the mindset and behavior of motorists as well as cyclists on the road. This edition of Motoring Forum discusses new LTO and DPWH guidelines for bicycle lanes. These rules are not just for cyclists, they are absolutely crucial for every motorist, every commuter, and every LGU official.
The Land Transportation Office has formally established a set of comprehensive guidelines for bicycle lanes in the Philippines. The goal is simple: safety, order, and dedicated space for non-motorized and light mobility transport. The bedrock of these rules is exclusivity. Motor vehicles are strictly prohibited from driving, crossing, or parking in bicycle lanes. These lanes are reserved for cyclists, other non-motorized transport users or NMTs, and specific light mobility vehicles or LMVs whose speeds do not exceed 25 kilometers per hour. Violators of these guidelines can be flagged as disregarding traffic signs and potentially even reckless driving, incurring significant penalties. For the motorist driving alongside a bike lane, the LTO mandates absolute caution. When passing a cyclist on an open road, drivers must maintain a safe clearance of at least 1 meter, or better yet, a generous 2 meters. Overtake slowly, smoothly, and perhaps the most important courtesy, avoid using your horn aggressively. A sudden blast can startle a cyclist, causing them to swerve and crash, or spark road rage incidents. At intersections and when pulling over, the rules demand vigilance. Always check blind spots before turning. Encourage the Dutch reach, using the hand farthest from the door to open it. This forces drivers and other occupants in vehicles to check blind spots for approaching cyclists before opening the door. But the responsibility isn't one-sided. Cyclists too must adhere to the rules of the road. Cyclists must remain within the designated lane, ride in the same direction as traffic, and keep at least one hand on the handlebars at all times to maintain control. Also encouraged is the use of hand signals for turns and slowing down. Reckless behaviors such as riding on sidewalks or counterflowing are expressly forbidden. Even for e-bike users, the rule is clear. If your EV's top speed is 25 km per hour or less, you're allowed on bike lanes. If it's faster, you must use the outer edge of local roads and stay out of the dedicated bike lane. The new guidelines also touch on law enforcement. While the Department of Public Works and Highways designates lanes on national roads, LGUs are tasked with maintenance and crucially ensuring the lanes are free of obstructions. Also encouraged is the creation of local bicycle officers, which will be responsible for ensuring bike lanes remain usable and safe, and regulations for their use are properly enforced. The guidelines are a practical framework for an effective Share the Road campaign. But rules on paper mean nothing without mutual respect on the asphalt.
These LTO guidelines are designed to keep all of us moving safely. Let's do our part in observing the guidelines, which in essence is just practicing common decency and courtesy on the road. Today's cars are getting smarter and safer. Still, the young need to be reminded now and then about how to be smart and safe on the road. Here's our Young Street Smart segment with a road safety reminder from Toyota Motor Philippines. Traffic enforcers are usually found on busy intersections. Maging ikaw ay pedestrian or driver, always be respectful of them at maghintay ng signal na galing sa kanila. Motoring these days can be stressful. Here's another Paing Chuper that will help you avoid stress out on the road.
Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan. Ako po si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa nyo, Chuper. Bigyang prioridad ang mga pedestrian.
Matutong magbigay daan sa mga tumatawid na pedestrian, lalo na sa mga bata at matatanda. Tumigil sandali at huwag magmadali. Maging mapagpasensya upang makaiwas na rin sa disgrasya. Siguraduhin na buo ang iyong atensyon sa pagmamaneho at sa lahat ng nasa paligid mo.
Bukod sa iyong mga pasahero, huwag ring kalimutang irespeto ang mga tao sa labas ng sasakyan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin, Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo Chuper.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Get ready. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, the Eneo Super Sprint Circuit Cup Round 2 at Clark International Speedway wrapped up the 2025 Super Sprint Series season, successfully bridging the gap between sprint racing and full circuit competition. The final round featured a capped grid of 33 drivers. In the Pro Class, Inigo Anton set the fastest overall pace with a blistering lap of 2 minutes 8.346 seconds. George Apacible posted a strong 2 minutes 23.235 seconds. The Prep Class 1 saw Louis Jean Panlican topping the field with 2:23.989, while Rich Mark Young followed with a competitive 2:32.226. The Amateur Street Modified Class 1 was led by John David Quadra with a 2:36.598 lap time. In Amateur Super Street Class 3, Franklin Lewis Cornang set the benchmark with a 2:26.493. Across the classes, competition was tight with many drivers separated by just tenths of a second. The Super Sprint Series now looks ahead to a bigger 2026 season, with the Sprint Series beginning in February and the Circuit Cup starting in July. In other motorsports news, round 3 of the Sea Oil Radical Challenge Philippines at Clark International Speedway showcased dramatic action until nature intervened. Qualifying saw Mikey Jordan of Jordan Racing simply dominate. He shattered the Radical lap record at Clark, taking pole position in the SR3 class with a blistering 1 minute 52.772 lap time. In the SR class, Miguel Quiñones led the charge, securing P2 on the grid. Race 1 saw non-stop action. Jordan cruised to a commanding win of the SR3 class, extending his championship lead. But the drama was all in the SR1 battle. What started as a 3-wide run into turn 1 turned into an intense 4-way scramble involving Quiñones, Juha Turalba, Jaime Almario, and Jason Chuachui. The class victory was decided on the very last lap when Quiñones and Turalba collided, sending Turalba spinning. Quiñones crossed the line first, but race officials later penalized him for causing the contact. This promoted Juha Turalba to the SR1 class win, helping him maintain his championship lead. However, round 3 was cut short. Strong winds and heavy rain from an approaching typhoon forced officials to cancel Sunday's races 2 and 3 in the interest of safety. The 2025 Sea Oil Radical Challenge Philippines now heads to the season finale on November 21 and 22, back at Clark International Speedway. It is yet to be announced if the 2 canceled races will be added to the final round schedule.
There's plenty more to explore in the world of motorsports. Check out where Race Weekend takes us next.
The course's layout is very tight. Since I'm on balikbayan, medyo hirap yung shoulders ko to make the tight turns. But I'm doing all the best I can para labanan yung tight turns. But the track is very nice, very technical, so you will learn a lot.
Coming into today's race, I wanted to prepare by joining Super Sprint, which was a couple of weeks ago, just to get more acquainted with the new car since it was our first time racing it the last time here in Marikina. Mostly more familiarity and a bit of a change with the setup because I think considering we were able to win it on our first try, I think nonetheless, there's still much more to improve with that from there.
Sa lahat siguro ng mga manlalaro, medyo hindi sila mahihirapan ngayon kasi tsaka medyo hindi nakakalito, hindi siya nakakalito tapos hindi siya masyadong may liku-liko. Yung 360, yung 180, okay naman, maluwag. Sa tingin ko, wala akong hirap. Lahat okay sa akin.
I was inspired to race in slalom since during when I was a kid in the 90s, I was able to see some highlights on the TV, and slalom was always the race that is being featured. I took it upon myself to plan myself to be at least a participant in these kinds of races when I grow up. So here I am.
Well, for me, honestly, I enjoy the pressure. I think I thrive under so. And that's one of the things I love about slalom, how everyone is so neck and neck. We're all fighting for tenths of a second, milliseconds and whatnot.
Preparations, I checked on the suspension system and the engine. I brought it to Mr. Maurice of Mospeed for the engine tuning. And on the others, the steering, power steering, you have to fix it. The tires, actually, you just do race prep on everything.
Nagpalit lang kami ng bagong EPS. Ngayon, okay na siya. As in, malambot na talaga. Hindi ka nabibigyan ng stress sa pagmamaneho. Pilit na namin ng bago, tapos konting tono. Tsaka, yun lang. Tapos yung kotse, medyo gamay-gamay mo lang dito sa practice.
My motivation though, coming back here is to learn a bit more and refresh my skill. So, because I said it's the grassroots of racing, it starts with slalom. It's very good for beginners because actually it's a bit difficult more difficult than the other motorsports.
When I first joined slalom in 2018, that was in Robinson Novaliches at the time. It was a challenge at first since the layout is pretty complex compared to autocross and the like. But I was able to get through it without much problem since I did enjoy the mix of the technical layout and also the high-speed layout as well. And make sure to not get a DNF at least.
Through the experiences you had before, all the races, all of the tight duels we've had, it's not really something that surprises me anymore. But of course, tension rises. And you get nervous, of course. But I think that's when you'll perform the best, when you have butterflies in your stomach.
Kailangan natin laging first, laging champion. Yun lang talaga eh. Tatakbo tayo. Siyempre, yun ang lagi natin target. Laging first. Kaya lang, minsan, mayroong mga circumstances na hindi natin maiiwasan. Mayroong magkakaroon ng problema kotse habang nasa kalagitnaan ng laro. O, ayun, yun ang nangyayari. Nagbabaon ka na lang ng mga kung ano dapat na dalhin para in case na magkaroon ng problema, ay pamalit ka.
Yes, you get rusty when you don't do it regularly. Especially, I get stiff with my shoulders because of the tight turns. But as you go on, you get better. You will remember how you did it before. Because I was once novice champion in slalom, so I have learned a lot already, and I'm still applying and improving. For the younger generations, it's one of the best motorsport to start with because it's very technical. It's a bit difficult, so if you learn the difficult portion, the more easier portion, the high speed is a bit easier. This one is the very tight turns. You have to learn this first before going up to the next level.
Biggest challenge for me, of course, is learning the course. Since slalom involves multiple pass-throughs on their layout, and also you gotta make sure you gotta hit every obstacle without pylon hits or any DNFs.
Well, for me personally, regardless of the track, I have very talented rivals, very competitive ones. So I think at the end of the day, it's anybody's game.
That's all for this week's World of Motorsports. We'll return shortly after this break. Our featured car of the week will be presented next on Showcase.
In the market for spacious and safe vehicles that can comfortably fit families comes the all-new Isuzu Mu-X. It arrived packed with features designed to enhance every journey, especially the top-of-the-line Isuzu Mu-X 3.0-liter LSE 4x4 AT. There's a lot to like in the all-new Mu-X for families, aside from the wide and roomy cabin that provides comfortable seating for up to 7 people. The new Mu-X also comes equipped with a new smart tailgate featuring a step sensor. This makes it easier than ever to load and unload your baggage and other whatnots. Isuzu focused a lot of attention towards safety, a top priority for any family vehicle. The Isuzu Mu-X takes safety seriously with its Advanced Driver Assist System or ADAS. This system is powered by the Smart Duo camera and rear radars, which provide excellent protection by helping you avoid potential hazards on the road. These cutting-edge safety features, including its robust structure, help the Mu-X secure a 5-star ASEAN NCAP rating. Families all like to stay connected, and the Mu-X infotainment system with a 10.1-inch touchscreen supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Bring all your favorite apps to the infotainment display with ease, whether it's for music or navigation. The top-of-line UX 4x4 LSE interior sports a sleek all-black design complemented by ambient lighting. For those who appreciate an athletic presence, the UX features a new dynamic grille design made with black titanium carbide material. Stylish 20-inch alloy wheels not only look good but also provide stability on the road. Diving deeper into the specs, the MU-X is powered by the impressive 4JJ3 3-liter diesel engine that produces a remarkable 190 PS and 450 Nm of torque. This is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. And for those adventurous spirits out there, the top-of-line MU-X comes with a 4x4 rough terrain mode engineered to tackle even the toughest conditions, allowing you to cross streams or navigate through tricky trails with ease. The Isuzu MU-X measures 4,850 mm in length, 1,870 mm in width, and 1,825 mm in height, with a 2,855 mm long wheelbase. It boasts an impressive 235 mm ground clearance. The new MU-X arrived with a dynamic blade design LED headlight with daytime running lights, automatic leveling, and follow me home and auto on-off function. Other exterior highlights include front and rear LED fog lamps, front center roof type antenna, body color door handles, roof rails with maximum 100 kg load capacity, body color rear spoiler, body color and gloss black front bumper with fighter jet wing design and air curtain, Embrace Line Concept rear combination LED tail lamps and emergency stop signal and rain sensing front wipers. The interior isn't just about technology, it's designed for comfort and convenience, featuring leather seats, advanced climate control, and a plethora of smart storage solutions. The driver's seat power adjusts 8 ways, the front passenger 4 ways. The second row bench type seat for 3 splits and folds 60-40, the third row bench seat for 2 splits and folds 50-50. All seats come with adjustable headrests. The tilt and telescopic steering wheel is also wrapped in leather and features controls for audio, phone, voice control, the MID, cruise control. The shift knob is also wrapped in leather. The MU-X is also equipped with a full suite of safety features, including anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, brake override system, electronic stability control, traction control system, hill start assist, hill descent control. Passive safety features include multiple SRS airbags, ELR seatbelts for 7. The new Isuzu MU-X combines family-friendly space with advanced safety features, modern technology, and strong performance, positioning itself as a versatile SUV ideal for urban and off-road adventures.
Welcome back to Motoring Today, where we shift gears and dive into the latest from the auto industry.
The biggest event on the Asian motoring calendar, the Japan Mobility Show 2025, opened its doors at Tokyo Big Sight in the Ariake District in Tokyo, with a theme, a unique opportunity to explore the future of mobility. Organized by the Japan Automobile Manufacturers Association, this event has swelled beyond the traditional car show, and this year featured a record-breaking 500-plus participating companies across industries, including IT, telecommunications, and electronics. It's a true convergence of technology and transportation. Philippine motoring journalists were invited to attend not just for the press days, but for exclusive factory visits and test drives at dedicated proving grounds, getting real hands-on experience with the next generation of vehicles. One of the big takeaways from the Japan Mobility Show, at least from the perspective of the Philippine delegation, is the intensive effort by major Japanese marques to woo the Southeast Asian markets. Honda unveiled prototypes of vehicles that have gone from concept models to near production reality that also serve to showcase the brand's electrified feature.
We are here at the Honda booth. We are showcasing the wide variety of the mobility, not only for the land, but also for the sea, ocean, sky, even for the space. We also have a long-time direction for the carbon neutrality towards 2050. So this is why we are focusing on the electrification, both for battery EV and hybrid vehicle.
The Super One prototype immediately captures attention with its focus on everyday driving excitement. Built upon the nimble platform of Honda's established N series, the Super One is engineered for dynamism.
で、27年にはここの日本も立ち上がりを計画しており、その後、アジア、欧州、アフリカ、ごめんなさい、中東ですね、に向けて、順次立ち上げを始めていきます。
Also making its debut is the Honda Zero Alpha prototype, a new generation electric SUV that serves as a gateway model within the new Honda Zero series. The design adheres to Honda's philosophy of thin, light, and wise, promoting both efficiency and aesthetics.
ホンダアルファは、アジア向けの SUV バッテリー EV になります。ゼロシリーズの独創的なデザインをまといながら、アジアで最適なコンパクトサイズで作り上げております。
The Zero Alpha production model is scheduled for a global launch in 2027, starting in India and Japan, before rolling out across the rest of Southeast Asia.
Yes, so my personal passion as the lead, I think that this model is a product out type of model. Which I mean by is I want to create a new category which is not sports type nor sedan or not minivan.
5月のビジネスミーティングでも
We have said in our business meeting that 2030 target for BEVs will be 20%. Initially we were seeing 30%, but looking at the total market situation, now the 2030 target for BEV is 20%.
今 20%。
Honda also used the Japan Mobility Show to highlight the return of a beloved nameplate, the Prelude. The new Prelude has been brought back as an electrified sports car, aiming to appeal to more ordinary drivers on winding roads, offering what Honda calls unlimited driving through its hybrid power plant. This timing, according to the project lead, is deliberate.
これから本格的なカーボンニュートラルで電動化の時代がやってくるので、その手前の過渡期のタイミングでハイブリッドのスポーツを作ろうっていうタイミングがまさにこのフィールドのタイミングだと思います。
あの時世界を見ていたから。
見事なスタートでした。
あの時人のためを追求したから。
世界のベーシック化ということでいきたいと。
あの時驚きと感動を作る。ホンダは止まらない。アイデアを尽くして技術を尽くして人の心を動かし続ける。
The power of dreams. How we move you.
Toyota Motor Corporation presented its unified vision for mobility at the Japan Mobility Show, emphasizing its transformation from an automaker to a full mobility solutions company under the theme Happiness for All. TMC President and CEO Koji Sato stressed that its booth at the JMS symbolizes a new phase of innovation across the Toyota, Lexus, and Century brands.
We're here at the Tokyo Big Sight for Japan Mobility Show 2025, and we just witnessed the presentation of the Toyota Group. So that's what's unique about the presentation of the Toyota Group for this year's JMS. The Toyota has actually presented its new brand formation moving forward. So most notable is that the Toyota Group has presented 4 out of the 5 brands that were mentioned in the teasers. So of course we have Toyota itself, and then we had Daihatsu, Lexus, and the new ultra-luxury brand, which is the Century.
The luxury divisions were not left behind. Lexus unveiled the new luxury space philosophy with a series of concepts, including the revolutionary LS concept and a Century Sport concept. Century was formally introduced as a standalone ultra-luxury brand positioned above Lexus, highlighting models like the new chauffeur-driven Century SUV with a hybrid powertrain.
So for Toyota, the concept of this year's presentation revolves around the keywords "to you," meaning Toyota is focused on customizing its solutions and vehicle offerings to suit the specific needs of all customers around the world. So Toyota customers are not defined by an average, but Toyota looks at them at an individual level to really custom fit and tailor the different vehicles according to the needs of everyone. The IMV origin is very much linked with the mission of Toyota of bringing mobility for all. And for countries like ours, the Philippines, it also connects with that goal of mobility as the enabler of bringing opportunities for all.
The collective presentation demonstrates a cohesive ecosystem aiming for mobility for all, connecting land, sea, and air. Mitsubishi Motors presented its future direction at the Japan Mobility Show 2025 under the theme Forever Adventure. This feature was showcased by the Mitsubishi Elevance concept, an electrified crossover SUV.
We are here at the Mitsubishi Motors booth at the 2025 Japan Mobility Show. Our main theme here is adventure. So here behind me is the Elevance concept, which had its world premiere today here at JMS. So it features the latest design concept of Mitsubishi for its future vehicles, as well as our technologies in the near future.
The concept utilizes a plug-in hybrid system featuring an engine compatible with carbon-neutral fuel and a quad-motor super all-wheel control system. This technology is designed to ensure confident driving performance across diverse conditions. The Elevance also includes an AI co-driver function, offering destination suggestions and recommending optimal drive modes based on real-time road conditions. Mitsubishi also showcased a prototype for the new, tougher Delica D5 minivan and launched the all-new, smaller Delica Mini K car.
Also featured here are some other Mitsubishi models, the Triton AXER Rally car, as well as the Outlander.
In Japan for the Mobility Show, upon the invitation of Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, Philippine journalists were given a preview of the new 7-seater SUV that will be launched back home this month, the all-new Destinator. The journalists were given the opportunity to test drive the Destinator during a visit to Mitsubishi's Okazaki plant. MMPC's Nico Hernandez expressed confidence the all-new SUV will do well in the Philippines.
We are very confident that Filipinos will really love this car, especially it's a 7-seater SUV that can make them do more. As well as we are very excited to also announce the price very soon, and please stay tuned for that.
The Destinator will feature a 1.5-liter turbo engine, panoramic sunroof, 7 seats, and 5 distinct drive modes. The public launch event is scheduled for November 20, 2025 at the Ayala Mall, Manila Bay.
And that's it for this week on Motoring Today. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you visit our website and follow us on social media for the latest updates in motoring.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 39th year serving the motoring public with a steadfast commitment to road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tim Gamboa.
Happy motoring!